I don't think you can call yourself a YA reader if you have not heard of these next two books. Welcome back to The Reading Chamber, an online bookstore for young adult fiction. These videos provide deeper dives into the books that we sell at our website and the titles that I am currently reading. We had an unexpected week's hiatus because I had COVID, so I spent the week in bed, but that means I did get to read a lot. Today's deeper dive is Audre and Bash Are Just Friends. This is by Tia Williams, and it was a Good Morning America pick. Now, I don't usually care about these picks or the blurbs on the covers, but it has one by Meg Cabot, so that's when you know this book is really good. This story has a really authentic portrayal of the teenage experience and first love. We follow Audre, who is a very high-achieving student at a prep school, and she's working on a self-help book. When her summer plans are abruptly changed, she enlists Bash to help her as a fun consultant for her book project. She's hoping that this project will get her into Stanford, so she's taking it a little too seriously, and that's where Bash comes in. He gives her 5 daring challenges to help push her boundaries a little bit and give her some really good content for her writing. This book is the perfect reason why people love YA. The coming of age story and going on these different adventures really opens up oneself to figure out who they are and what they want out of life, and sometimes that's the person next to them. If you love contemporary fiction and want a really sweet romance that gets you giggling and kicking your feet again, this is the book for you. This blends humor and heart and just an overall fantastic story with really great writing. You can pick up your copy at thereadingchamber.com. I've read a couple YA books since my last video, and some of them were library books, so they have gone back. I don't have a book to hold up for you, but I will put it in the video's description, and of course I'm gonna order it for myself because I loved it so much. The book was A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow. I happened to come across this at the library, and it actually was on my list of books to add to my TBR, so I picked it up, and I'm so glad I did. I love books that take place in London. London feels like a second home to me, and so this was just amazing to have a character who felt very similarly. At first, Leela, which I think is how you pronounce it based off of how her sister drags out her name in a part of it, is reluctant to go to England. She's had a series of bad events recently, like her best friend leaving, her grandmother dying, and her boyfriend breaking up with her. She just wants to be in her family's kitchen in Miami, cooking up for their restaurant. But she soon discovers that going to England was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to her. She spends time at her cousin's inn where she bakes up a storm combining Cuban recipes with British ones. And of course, she meets some new friends, including Orion. And he helps her out of her grief by providing a listening ear and a stomach for her food. With the summer dwindling down, she realizes that she doesn't actually want to leave England, and only part of it has something to do with the boy that she's fallen for. I loved how this story focused on mental health and grief and overcoming some challenges in life. Orion's mother has early onset Alzheimer's, so he's also going through a version of grief. These characters are why I love YA so much, because they're teenagers, but they're dealing with real world situations. And they're figuring out what the next step for them is. I think a lot of people can relate to Leela and Orion's struggles, so this is a book I absolutely recommend, especially for younger audiences, because there is not any spice. I got my copy at the library, but I will be supporting an independent bookstore when I purchase my copy. As a reminder, you can get Audre and Bash Are Just Friends at thereadingchamber.com, and make sure you like and subscribe for more YA recommendations. Thanks for watching.